Today we're back with Shop Titans. I have a bit of an informative video today that was actually recommended to me by King Top. He's in the new guild I'm in. So let's go with step 1 and shout out to him for the idea. The second step of today's video out of 5 is talking about the updates that just happened in the game. There is a new champion. His name is Donovan. I don't know how useful he is yet, but the good news about him is he's just like Polonia. When she shows up in your shop, you get 6 coins every time you do a transaction. The bad news is he takes 100 coins to unlock, so unless you get some from chests or other means, it's going to take about 2 weeks to unlock him. Good news is LCOG's around the corner, so that should be, hopefully you get some coins from it at least. If not, for people like me that aren't going to buy that pack, it seems like a total ripoff to me. I'm going the slow route, and I'm going to go through chests, grab bags, whatever I have to get them. The third part of today's video is to explain now how pets have been updated. There is now a new pet. It is a frog, and they are pretty neat looking, honestly. I thought they would not be so good, but I kind of like them. Now, along with this, there are now more skins and styles for them, so that's nice to see that they're actually adding more and not just going to do the same old stuff, adding a new pet with the same amount of skins. It's nice to see that change. There is something that changed that didn't make me happy, but I think was good for a balance change, and that is when you enchant an item, even though the gold cap would stop, the EXP cap would go further. So instead of that changing and being off-center with each other, they are now equal. So I don't know how EXP works per item personally. I just know that if an item's worth 50 XP and you add an enchant on it, it will not get more than that 50 XP, just like gold. So there is that going for it, which is a good balance change in my eyes. However, I've been enchanting and selling items that way for a very long time, so I'm probably going to notice that more so than other people. I enchant and sell luxurious attire, so that might affect me a bit more than other people. The other thing that was recommended to me was to start playing like this, horizontally rather than vertically. It is a huge difference since I started the game playing it vertically, and to me everything seems so far away, zoomed out, and I hope I'm not the only one that feels that way. So I'm doing it this way and working on it from there. I was given a bunch of advice to work with to improve my videos. I hope that is noticed. If there is something you would like to see changed, leave a comment down below. Today's video is actually about the market. This is going to be in depth as far as I'm aware, to the extent of my knowledge, what I'm aware of, what I've done, and some tips and tricks to help people that are lower leveled or even up to the higher level stuff. This is tips and tricks that should help anybody out. Now, when you're on the market, I'm hoping for the most part people understand how to buy and sell. If you're trying to sell something, you tap the offer, you find the item you're trying to sell, and you make an appropriate price. That's not worth selling, but you get the idea. I did actually want to explain a part of the menu here. 1 second. The trade minimum value, as you see right where it says 18,450, is what the lowest value other people are offering. That is the cheapest price on the market. That is the item that will be bought first. Now, after you sit there and decide, okay, I'm just going to put it up for the same price, once there sells, yours will sell unless someone goes even cheaper. That means you will have to wait in line, just like in a shop. So, in essence, yeah, it could be a waiting game. Some items may not sell for specific prices. The other issue is that when you're selling something that is a hot commodity, you will notice people will chip off one piece of gold constantly. There was an item I was trying to buy today, and it went up by a piece of gold for over half an hour. It was ridiculous. and it's really annoying for anybody doing it. Just wait your turn. I offered 50,000 gold more than you, and you're just going to go up by one piece of gold? Really? Okay, two can play that game. But that's what's going to happen. You have to sit there and be aware of that. If you're patient like me, you don't care, fine. But when I'm buying specific items, I'm not patient. But I'm not just going to go up by one piece of gold. I'm going to go up by 1,000, 10,000, 25,000. I'm going to make it jump. It eventually deters people from buying that item because I'm willing to spend more. I don't also have a lot to lose since I'm surcharging the item after I enchant it anyways. People are just trying to be cheaper and not have to waste their money. Now, the other part of this is to go a bit further in depth with quests, with tricks in the market. There are items that I actually max out on, like moon crystals, white sand, and even further down, there's a little method that can help you save time if you're not after a specific item. I'm always after spooky ectoplasm. That's something that I'm always using. So when I'm doing that, there's times where I'm sending quests over to the Chronos Ruins for ancient marble, Chronos crystals, and the overgrown vines. There has been a time where I was over 200 ancient marble and I was passing my cap. And I don't want to sit there and sell them. So what you can do is just sit there and create an offer on the market. It can last for up to 12 hours or 2 days if you do it right. Just go all the way over. And instead of making it go for that, just max it out. I just do 5s because it's easier for me. It should correct itself after a second. There we go. That's what you could do. But 80,000 for that item still isn't a whole lot. So, just, do something ridiculous. Nobody's going to buy those. Nobody would ever want to pay that much for them. That's the idea. I point out the gym option because for items like... Let's go over to... These you could put at the max gold price and they will sell in a heartbeat. Yeah, see, there's no gold option. There is no minimum price for gold because they're gone the moment someone puts them up. They're always in demand. So put them up for gems and just put them up for a ridiculous amount of gems. Nobody's going to pay 12 gems for a single mushroom. That's the idea. So here's another idea. Now, if you have an item that's worth a ton of gold, let me see if I can't find something I can actually use for this example. Yeah, let's go with this one. It's an epic. There's someone going for 340,000, so let's just go to the max price of 780,000. And that would be that. Nobody's going to buy that for a while. That would probably be up there for quite some time. This can also help when you have too many items in your inventory. Like, I have 36 luxurious tires. If I had 150 of those or something, I could put 125 on the market, or 100 of them on the market, and keep buying more, then pull those off and have way over my capacity of items. The problem with that is if you go on a quest and get items, they're going to get deleted and turned into gold. So you don't want that. That's why I'm pointing out that you can also put items on the market for an insane amount of money. That explains, as far as I know, how to explain the market to most people. Now, I do want to stress questing again. I've done this in a few of my videos. You need to constantly questing. This is, once you have Polonia or Sia, those two really, really help. Not only does Sia give you more components, but Polonia will give you more items, potentially, from quests. I've only had a couple quests I've sent her out on, and she's gotten me nothing. Mainly because she instantly is dead. But when I send her out on a lower level quest, she'll generally bring stuff back. Now again, I mentioned that there was a new champion called Donovan out. I actually want to go back to him because he seems pretty cool. There's a lot of info for this guy. And I find him truly unique. It's about time that they added something like this into the game. It's smart. Party bonuses to attack, HP, critical chance, and evasion depending on the party composition. That's huge. That means if I send all thieves, I don't know what he's going to do because I don't have him unlocked, but maybe he increases their critical chance and attack and HP, but their evasion's already, not needed anyway, so scratch that. This just seems like a cool little way to mix things up, and I love the idea. It's, again, very needed. A new champion's been needed for a while. So that's where that one ends, and I do want to stress again that I am in a new guild. I didn't plan to leave my old guild until I was offered a spot in the top 600. With Elcog around the corner, my old guild, we made it about halfway through. I need to complete that for the blueprints and the other items. That's the kind of part where I am in the game. And a few people in the guild have helped me out a ton, and I don't want to just sit there and just be here for Elcog and disappear. That's not who I am. But these guys seriously have been helping me. They've helped me understand a little bit more of the market. They've given me ideas on what to do. On top of that, they've also pointed out items I can buy and sell off the market, which can help my shop out. That's just the kind of info you need to sit there and grow. And then I've only been in this guild for a day. The last time my investments went up, they were about 532 million. A single day here, and I've almost doubled my investments. And it's not my own doing. There are other people that have been helping me by buying items I have for ridiculous amounts of gold. Because at a certain point, when you have someone that's so low in your guild, you can make them put the gold where you want it. And as long as that person plans to stay around, it's a good use of their time. The guy could only invest like 4 times with 100 million gold. Whereas I could sit there and put in 40, 45, or even 50 investments in that same spot. So that's kind of why it's a good trade-off. Now, once you get high enough, it really honestly doesn't matter who's, doing what, because eventually it's just going to be slow for everybody. But these guys found a method that I honestly didn't think of. That's honestly a smart idea, because some of the areas I need to invest in are getting a bit expensive. At 4 million, it's still not terrible compared to what these guys are spending. This is cheap. But in other areas of the guild, yeah, like 100,000. 100,000. Like, most of these are pretty cheap. Well, 400,000 is still not bad. But then I've got like 24,000. Honestly, how far along could I go with this? Are you gonna go up? Okay, it's not gonna listen to me. That's not bad. That's just why I'm kind of useful in the guild, and I hope to stay useful to them. There is someone that's been inactive for a while, and there's someone I know that has 8 billion investments from my previous guild, but I don't think they're going to join. They're still rather inactive themselves. Let's see. Where is he? Yeah. 3 weeks he's been offline. But he's got a good bit of investments, and I guarantee you quite a bit of that's probably put into the training hall. So, to wrap up the video, there are ways to go past your capacity in the market for your components. I'm hoping everybody understood that. And seriously, when you get to a part where you're using a lot of components, you have to start doing that. There's points in times where I'm not using something like mushrooms, and today I'm blowing through them, and I went through like 300 mushrooms in about an hour. Because there's items I needed to craft, and they only take 1 or 2 each, but they only take a few minutes to craft. So I'm using my energy to surcharge, to speed up the crafting, and that's it. So it's kind of crazy, honestly. I didn't ever expect to need so many. Let's see here. Yeah, you're still pretty low. Well, with everything said and done, I hope that the market info was useful. If it needs to be explained further, please let me know. And if you have any questions or even ideas about future videos I can make, please let me know in the comments below.